Alright, welcome back to Headers and White Letters. Today we're working on my wife's 2016 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. We're going to be doing front license plate. We're going to be doing LED lights in the front, and we're going to be doing a backup camera for her. Oh, easy. It's muddy out today. Okay. Here's a shot of the headlights before. We're going to put LEDs. We live out in the country, so there's a lot of deer and stuff running around. So let's get a look at it. Alright, here it is. This has the metal bumper on the front. We got to put a license plate holder on there because it didn't have with one. They make some with a winch and different things, but she's not going to see off-road. She's a pavement princess so far. Rock sliders. It's got a cool little bumper for stock stuff. I'm not much of a Jeep person, but my wife is, so I guess I am now. So I think if we get up in the air, we can reach the lights from underneath, because other than that, I don't see any way to get in there without taking a bunch of stuff off. So I'm going to get after and see what I can find. Alright, apparently on the Jeeps, to change out the light, the easiest way, you have to remove this grill. So let's get some tools, and just got a little pry tool here. These have the little inside you push in. You get that out first, and then you pull out the whole thing. So get them off. Let's move you guys up here a little closer. There we go. Now you can see these little pop up. I'll try and zoom in on these in the editing. Oh, don't scratch it, should be after me. And then this one. It's just little plastic keepers. Okay, now we're going to try and find our plastic tool with an end on it. There we go. Get in there. Okay. Whew. Okay. Just looks like four clips across the bottom, and then the come on, how do you come out of there? I guess we can take the whole bulb out. Alright, let's put this somewhere not to get scratched, because I don't want to live in the shop. Stay. Okay, looks like just a tiny little Torx. Let's see what we got here. Not too big. A little bitty booger. Too small. No, just right. So it needs a, let's see, it's a T15. So if you're doing this at home, my wife bought this Jeep. She brought it to work so I could look at it. I knew she liked it. I hated it. It's just uncomfortable, but you know, she drives it 99% of the time, so I give her what she likes. And she's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I'm like, "Because I want you to buy what you like." Okay, got a red, looks like a lock on here. Okay, stay. All right, let's move over here. You guys see me? Yep. I'll have to check into them fog lights. It looks like they're sealed because the bulb's bigger than the hole. Okay. Alright, there's what the back looks like. Like a regular one. So let's go get those bulbs. These are high-end white gold. No clue what that means. Hopefully they're bright. Quarter turn full. Yeah, it's the same. Surely they didn't give me the wrong bulb. Nope, we're good. Alright. They look exactly the same. These are all still good. None of them are out or anything. I got these for her birthday, which was way too long ago. Okay. Let's see. There's a careful using a drill or anything. These are all metal rings and metal screws, but plastic housing. So, okay, one down, one to go. So there's a red lock on these. So once you press it on, then you bring the red tab towards the light. That'll help lock it. If you can get it to move. There you go. No. Okay. Must have turned this one around or something. Oh, I see. This thing turns. Where's the top? Must have turned this while I was looking at it. The little chrome ring is movable, so crisis averted. Okay, let's get a little ratchet and make sure they're all snug but not crazy tight. That's why we check them. Alright. I try not to work on newer stuff like this just because it sucks. No, it's because there's always take off 15 things just to get to one thing. But I'll get her fixed up with the wife and she'll like it. So let's clean the leaves out of here. Let's get a grill. Don't forget to put your turn signals back in. Up. Heaven forbid they give you just a hair more wire. Alright, in the center there's an alignment pin. 2, 3, 4. There, 5. Maybe 6. Alright, so there's 6 across the bottom. There's one underneath the turn signal, which didn't feel very hard when we pulled it out. Okay, so you got these little pins. So you put this in and then you push that in. I'm sure some of you are like, no kidding, but some people don't know, especially on this newer stuff. If you push the pin down in there for it spreads it out too far and then you can't get it down in the hole. Okay, let's get you guys back here. Maybe we can see we go. See what those look like. Let's get a rag. Get all my fingerprints off of them. Okay. Are they on? They're not on. Where's the light switch? That looks like they're on. Oh, nice. Nice bright white. We'll have to see when she comes home from work what it looks like. Okay. Alright, so get you guys back over here and down here a little bit. We're going to got this license plate holder because she didn't have one on the front from Chrysler Corporation or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in love with it, but it's supposed to be little divots up here that you can put this on, but I sure don't see any. So we are going to center it the best we can, which, you know, that looks pretty good right there. But better get a tape measure, you know. Okay, we've got 4 little screws. Battery dick. Okay, there's a Rubicon here on the front, which is kind of cool, but she needs the license plate more. 3/8. There you go. I should have just eyeballed it. Well, that was uneventful. I don't have that. All right, let me get set up. We're going to do the rear camera, so we're going to start in the rear and run everything to the front, and then we'll have to go inside. So I'll be right back. All right, before we went to the rear to do the backup camera, I wanted to figure out these LEDs. So looked up, you can actually get the bulb out. They're a little squeeze. They're a little squeeze tab. Let me pull this so I can see what you see. So they're a little squeeze tab. You have to just squeeze it. It's pretty hard, and then just if you get the top loose, there's an O-ring in there. They were pretty snug. Pull it, and then you can pull it out. I can't get my hand in there, so I have to take off this end of this bracket. This is on a Rubicon. I think on the regular Jeeps, you can take out a couple fittings on top and slide the plastic thing out of the way, but this one's all metal. So earphone users beware. We're about to use the impact. Make sure my mic's on. A couple times now I've been recording and just talking away, and of course you can't hear nothing because it's not on. So there's 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, 2 in the front, and 2 on the back. Ones in the front come out pretty easy. The rest of them are snug, they're going into metal, so. Like I said, this is a T50 Torx bit. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. Well, we'll do that with a ratchet. Whew. That one's pretty snug compared to the rest, but okay. And this little whole end comes off. If you have a Rubicon, be careful. This thing's actually got some weight to it. It's all metal all the way around. Okay, now you gotta try and fit your oversized mitts right here to the back. The plug on the end just has a push on top. Just push that down, you can pull the plug out. The light itself has one on top and one on the bottom, and I can't get my hands in there, so we're going to use a screwdriver on the bottom to help press it up closed, and one on the top. Looks like the bottom one might be broken this side. The top's loose, but the bottom, the little pushers broke off. Great. More plastic junk. Without the little pusher there, it's really hard to get a hold of anything to. There we go. Okay. These are just like the new ones. They have a little pusher, push on the top, push on the bottom. The bottom was broke off, so there's a little tab on the inside. If you can get a screwdriver in there and push on that, that's not too bad. And these have to go in the right way. There's 2 grooves on one side. 2 grooves on one side and then 1 on the other, so they have to go in the right way, and they just snap in. So it looks like the 2 grooves are closest to me, so we'll just push on the top and the bottom and they just snap right over. It's not a real secure, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Then we'll plug it back in and clear a little trash out of here. Alright, now let's put this 40-pound bumper thing back on. Okay, these are the front. Not terrible. Start all the bolts before you crank any down, because it's a pretty snug fit. There's not a lot of leeway, wall, or anything. See, already. This is that real hard one. 2 from the back. Okay. All right, let's bring you guys back out to here, see if we can see the new other lights. Where's my key at? Right here. Hard to tell in the middle of the day, but I don't. Oh, good. We don't need the key. Okay, let's not forget my light in here. Let's figure out where the fog lights are. Switch in there. Well, I don't know, we'll have to figure it out when we get it down to the ground because I can't reach up in there. Have her settings all messed up, and I already had to move the seat because I can't get in this tiny little thing. Okay, let's get her back on the ground, get it moved to the back. We're using, let's see, right here, we're using this kit, Rear Vision Systems from Brand Motion. I looked at a few and I don't know one from the other. Here's the part number if you want to order one of these. Works out okay. Comes with a mount. This mounts to the spare tire. All the wire runs to the front to power it. It has a to reset to tell your factory radio to do this. No clue what this little thing is. I think this is a spacer, so if you want to space this off, if you have like an oversized tire, if you have bigger tires on the rear, hanging, then you can put this up. This goes in the back of the factory radio, and then of course that runs all the way to the front. Some wire ties. It's said to get this for, I think it's a plug-in up in the front, and then you can get power right to here. So when you put it in reverse, it powers everything. These go on, when you put this on, they go on to hold it on there, and then your tire, of course, go back over it. And then you already seen the lights we did. So let's get it back on the ground, and we got her license plate and everything in, so she's official now. So, all right, we'll be right back. All right, let's get back into this. So we got the spare tire off. It comes with this little bracket. And this is 2 little holders. You just push on, and then you can adjust this up. They make an extension to go with it. That way, if you want to put a bigger tire on that's deeper, you can adjust this. So then it comes down through. This is all hooked together, and I went through the little vent because there's already a hole there. No sense of making a new. There's a hole on the side you can use, but it sticks out a little bit. So then that's going to come up through here, and then there's a connection here. So at this connection, if this one I bought is a universal, so it can be used in the front. So when you put it in, everything is mirror image of each other. So when you're backing up, you're going the wrong way. So there's 2 little wires. If you untape right here at the connection, there's 2 wires. I think it's green and white. One is for the rear of the vehicle, and the other one puts the lines out. So you'll have to look it up in the instructions, because I had to call and ask, because they don't give you a book anymore. You got to download everything, and I never did find it. So it took 2 seconds. I just snipped the wires, taped them all up separately, put it back together, no problem. Ran it all down here. So this little cover comes off. just got pushes at the top and snaps it. Oh, this way. Goes in from the top, and then it just pushes on the bottom. So that just pulls from the bottom up and comes right off. And then we went around here, followed the wires that come from the front, and they went all the way up to the front. There's a little push pin connection on the side, I'll show you. So coming down here, you just push the carpet away, it goes behind the carpet. There's one little plug here, kind of like the ones we did on the grill. There's one up here, and that pulls out, and everything just pulls right through. Same thing over here. There's one here, and then one big one here. And all this comes off, and it goes up under there, and just find a nice place to go across under the dash, under the glove box. I pulled the glove box out so I could see everything. Wasn't that bad. And then we got up to there. So let's go around. We'll take off all the stuff. Okay, so first you got to take this panel off. So there's one here and one over here. It's a 7 mil. And then there's one up at the top, in that little tray. There's 3, and there's a 4th one. So in this little center section here, which is your window switch, just use a little pry tool, and you're going to pry this thing out right there, and there's one in there. So there's 4 that hold the dash on. Not too bad. Let's see if we can get this off one-handed. We got to put the Alright, just pulled up with the tray, just pulls out, and really okay, and it just pulls right out. Put this back here so I don't get hurt. Okay, I'll edit some of that out so hopefully you didn't get sick. Then we have 4 here for the radio. I'm going to keep these separately because I don't know if they're the same or not. And these are the same 7 mil. Okay, your radio comes out. Okay, so this is the factory connection, the white, the yellow, and this is for ours. It has hands-free and navigation and stuff, but I think there's one more option you can get that this doesn't have. This is a factory connection. This white connection here is the one that comes with the kit. So you plug all those in. It's literally just plug and play. And then there's another connection that's down here. It plugs into this from the inside into your 12 volt. So the other kit I got, it plugs into here and comes up, and that's what powers it. You can also run it in the back. There's another plug, or you can find something up here. I just went with a plug and play. That way we wouldn't have any issues, you know, with splices or anything, because this is a pretty new vehicle, and I don't, you know, who knows how long we'll have it. So it just plugs, you unplug this one in the back, plug yours in, plug it in there, and then it just comes up, and you run it behind everything so you don't smash it. And then you just plug the wire that came out, you just splice it right into there, and that was it. So Let me get this back together and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I got it all back together except for this one little piece. I was going to show you on this center where your lights or window switch is. There's a little red lock. Has to come off to be able to get that switch out. So when you plug it back in, you have to push that switch all the way in to lock it, which I'm not going to be able to do one-handed. See if I can get you guys up here. Tripod. Not bad. There's not a lot of room in here. It's kind of hard to get out, but that little tool helps. Plug it all the way in and then just push that lock down. So if you're looking at it, it goes up. Just push it from the bottom with that little tool, and then this just snaps back together. I've got to at least close this up. All right, I've got about 6 or 7 feet to the end of my shop, so we can kind of gauge where it's looking, which and this thing's tiny. Okay, let's okay, it goes in reverse. And there we go. Got the lines. The lines don't move like some of the newer ones, but it definitely helps out. Like I said, when I first put this together, it was a mirror image of each other. So this tire would show over here. So it's made for the front. You have to cut those 2 wires off. I believe it's green and white. One of them is if you want to put it in the rear. The other one gives you the lines. So if you're putting in the rear and you want the lines, just cut them both. There's only 2 in there, and they just loop right at the end of the harness where you plug in. Mine was made when I got it, so I didn't realize there was any difference until I called, and then they finally helped me out. So we got that. So all right, let's get this one out of here, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, good news. We found the screw that we lost, or that I lost. I actually found 85 cents too, so another $15, we could actually go out for lunch. All right, we got the headlights in, and they got the fog lights in. Of course, she's got the headers and white letters, license plate. We got all the, everything tucked up under here that needs to be plugged back in, a couple of connections. We got everything done up there. No extra parts. No ducts were hurt in the filming of this. Here's the back side. There's just a couple connectors there and there, and then the carpet goes back here. We've got the we've got it in here. It's not a bad spot. You can see it just barely sticks out past the rim, and it's pretty good. Of course, we got the oh, I can't see that. Too much glare. There we go. It's hard to see. Headers and white letters logo on there. She should be my support vehicle. So, as always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, and we're going to go on to something else. So as always, like, subscribe, and then we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.